Hey everyone, it's been an exciting year and I'm really excited to share with you all a project that I've been working on for the last little while that's very near and dear to my heart. Most of you by now know that I do a lot of work with Indigenous peoples, Indigenous languages. I own a company called My Abridged Language Services that helps to ensure that speakers of Indigenous and other lower diffusion languages can have access to interpreters here in the United States when they need them. I speak an indigenous Mayan language called Quechua from my experience living in Guatemala as a missionary. And as I've been fortunate enough to interact with these communities and learn an indigenous language and learn about some of the challenges that they faced, I've wanted to help out in any way that I can. And the language service company that I operate has been a fantastic and wonderful way to be able to help in a small way in certain moments for some individuals and families in these communities. But I continue to feel a desire to do more. And that has led me to this current project that I'm working on, which is called My Abridged Publishing. I've created the idea for this company with the goal of utilizing whatever I can do in this new company that will function as a normal publishing company and publish different kinds of books, to leverage whatever I can and do with this company to then work on meaningful initiatives that will have an impact, particularly with marginalized communities, especially those from indigenous communities. Many of you may not really realize this, but speakers of indigenous languages pretty much universally are not able to read and write in their native language. There are some communities that have been able to preserve their ability to read and write in their native languages, but the majority of indigenous communities, usually because of intentional efforts by colonizing forces, they don't have the resources to be able to learn their languages. And there's very few entities that are investing into the preservation of the ability to read and write in these languages.
Nakas manisingit siguro li Fundación Maya Bridge na system ailich ako may utsayos all also the things kumas na kasaw dis all the mentales des solo o des elchu bech.
So you have entire communities of individuals that can speak their language but are unable to read or write. So I've really wanted to see if there's any way that we can help in that regard. And one of the things that I've been working on is starting to publish children's books in the Quechua language. The goal that I have is to produce books and online materials through social media platforms like Facebook or TikTok that will help speakers of languages like Quechua to have different materials that they can utilize to learn how to read, and then that will hopefully inspire them to start writing their own stories and being able to, as a community, learn the skills that are needed to then continue to write down their own stories and preserve their histories and their cultures and their languages in more effective and meaningful ways. So the project that I'm working on has started with me just really writing down a story that I heard while I was living in Guatemala as a missionary. And the story is it's a very funny and cute story that is kind of an oral recitation that Quechua people will say when someone has the hiccups. And so it's almost like I guess you could call a nursery rhyme. And I was able to remember it and write it down and worked with some members of the community to make sure that it's accurate and right. And then I have been working with a really great illustrator to bring the story to life. And I want to be able to now take what I'm doing and keep growing and expanding to reach as many people as I can. So we're going to be leveraging social media platforms to provide a way that people can listen to the book, and as they're listening, they can look and see the words highlighted so they can start to put together the sounds of the written part of their language. And then to continue to create content to teach the letters of the alphabet, and to provide a free tool and a resource for members of the Kekchi community. And eventually my goal with this project is to create community centers where we can start to house some of these books and these stories, and then we can continue to teach these skills for free to members of the community that are interested. And as we teach them these skills to learn to read and to write, we'll also be able to start recording the oral histories and the beautiful cultural and rich stories and personal histories of members of the community that we can then go and write down, and encourage members of the community to write their own and imagine their own stories, in addition to preserving these cultural treasures. So it's something that I have a vision for that I think will be a wonderful project. And if you want to donate anything to this project, even if it's just $1, $5, whatever you feel comfortable with, it would mean a lot to me, and it would mean a lot to the people that this will have an impact on. And even if you don't feel comfortable or unable to donate, if you could share this message and share this work that we're doing, it would mean a lot to me to receive as much support as anyone's willing to give, and to share this project to try and get support that will help us to be able to do this as we get started. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate it. If you're interested in donating to help, you can click on the link in this video to be able to donate, and you'll also be able to receive updates on the project. So thank you all again so much. Really appreciate it.